Please.
Okay.
See a link from a Facebook message.
Woo! Happy Sunday.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to my Aunt Temple Talk Sunday.
It's the first of the month. It's the first of the month.
Actually,
Wow.
it's the fourth of the month, but the first Sunday of the month. I guess that's what you mean, right?
Well, it's still the first of the month. We still
Yeah,
in
this is our
this.
first one. Yep.
Yes, and we are still in the new energy of a new month. I mean, a lot of us. I don't know where everyone is watching us from, but if you are joining us and you are watching, please comment where are you watching us from, because where we are in the DMV, it's if it looks like it's a spring day. It looks like, I don't know how I feel outside, but what I think is awesome is we're getting a taste of spring and new beginnings and newness, because it was
Yeah,
kind of cold past last month. We got like winter hard.
yeah, that's a fact. Matter of fact, shoot, it's almost planting time. Start, putting some getting together what I want to plant in the garden this year. What we want to plant in the garden this year.
Right. Yes. And that's one of the good things about, again, the winter time, because we are still in winter. So we should be resting and getting ourselves prepared for the spring and eventually summer. And this is a great time to start imagining and planning, you know, and envisioning what you would like to experience and see, and
Mm-hmm.
because time is flying. And I think one of the most wonderful things about being in this time is that we have so many opportunities to learn and to experience things.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes. A
yeah,
whole bunch of sacred opportunities every single day throughout the day. Hey, we have many choices that we can make on what sacred opportunities we want to take advantage of. And today is a sacred opportunity because we of Maat Temple are very honored and privileged to be able to come before you and share our spirit, share our thoughts, share our heart, and read your comments, listen and observe your reflections, and it's just a wonderful opportunity for growth, for love, for healing, for laughter. That's what we do here at the Ma'at Temple of Elevation.
yes. And just to be clear, this is not so much of a spiritual system as so much as a spiritual gathering.
Yes,
We are bringing together all the best of the diaspora. Whether you whatever your spiritual foundation is, we are about ma'at, the balance, expansion, fairness, and every experience that we have all endured, past and present, in this beautiful melanated body is valuable, and it's the fuel for elevation, I think.
that's right. No, no, excellent. I mean, shoot, I'm honored and privileged to be in this melanated body, this time around. Some people say we have various incarnations where sometimes you could be male, female, and sometimes through, different, genetic backgrounds, different ethnic backgrounds. But the beautiful thing about my art is holism, being holistic. And so we can include all of our spirituality throughout the African or Black diaspora that really has given birth to all of the spiritual cultures around the world. At least the most powerful, well-known ones, and some that are unknown. Coming from the continent of Africa,
You have one to worry about me. You just
to India, to Asia, to Europe, and even here in the West, where we all have indigenous roots on every continent.
I didn't know you had it.
So it's wonderful to have an understanding that no matter where we plant our feet, we have some ancestral roots that are very significant and valuable. And each culture that has arisen from each place around the world has arisen for a divine purpose of presenting a unique perspective and experience that now we can all gather and benefit from. And that's the beautiful thing about the internet, because it shrinks the world very small to where we can all communicate and connect, with our commonality.
Yes, it brings us closer, period. And that's what I like, especially to me. I mean, I am a melanated woman in the U.S., and I believe that based on my bloodline, I have access to Islam, Christianity, Ifa, Aseret, Hoodoo, all the different systems, because my DNA is so vast and so powerful. And I think all of us have that access to power to tap into. So to limit ourselves to one way is also, I think, it is limiting the access to the power that can be activated in our DNA.
So let's start this process.
Monica!
Hey.
Queen Monica has arrived.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Great elevation, great awakening. Kendra, you got a bell on you?
No, my bell is there. Wait a minute.
No problem.
Okay, there you go.
Ringing of the bell.
The ringing of the bell, the opening of the way.
Yes.
Calling forth all of the elevation energies. And we're going to start off with the libation.
Is there echo? Can y'all hear echo?
Yes, I heard
one when I was talking.
Yes, and I'm not quite sure why, because we are spaced out pretty good.
No, it's probably here.
It's going now because Monica put herself on mute.
Good morning, Annette. Anyone that is watching us, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, let us know where you're watching us from. Come on.
What y'all could do, Jabari, when Monica talks, put yourself on mute. And when Jabari,
well, she can go. She gonna go.
No, you want to waste the time. That looks tacky. You just do libation.
Okay, here we come. Wait a minute. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm not. Go ahead and just
it's upstairs on the thing.
Good morning, everybody.
All right.
This is.
I'm going to do libation.
Okay.
Where is the? Okay, we got. Okay, all right. We're gonna start with libation. Give me one sec.
Okay. In
Monica,
the mean.
Yeah, go ahead. Ken.
No. I was just going to keep everybody going and talking and watching.
Gonna keep the party rolling.
Keep the party rolling. So the theme is beauty plus love and conscious relating, and it's not just about Valentine's Day, and it's not just about Black History Month. It's all incorporated with the beauty of who you are as an individual, the beauty of us as a community, and the opportunity to experience and witness beauty. I'm so excited about the theme of this month.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
Okay, you ready? All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I'm ready. We gonna go. You can't see the plant. I'm sorry because the way the thing is positioned, I don't have my other camera here. But let me see. So we're gonna start off.
You want me to go ahead and get it?
You gonna do it?
Sure. Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you, and now we can see you.
Okay, much
Yes.
better. Okay, greetings, everyone. We apologize for as we are still trying to get everything in order. However, we come to you today, giving all praises to our ancestors. Our ancestors are those who have transitioned into the spiritual realm, and we keep them alive by always honoring them. We keep them alive by pouring libation for them, speaking their name, doing this work that we're doing right now to continue that legacy. We heal so that we can go back and heal our ancestors. So if you have a plant available, you pour plant into the earth. I mean, water into the earth, or if you have a plant available, I have my water, I have my plant. We pour libation first to the Most High, the Supreme, the Great Divine, and we say Ashe.
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 We pour libation and all praise and adoration to those ancestors in our direct bloodline, those we are connected to, those who paved the way for us, those who had to endure certain circumstances so that we wouldn't have to. We call them out by name and at this time.
Ramona Blackman.
Ashe.
Fannie Mae Ashley.
Ashe.
Ashe. Mogo Devon. Ashe.
Ernest
Great Grandma
Fairfield.
Virginia. Ashe.
Patty
Howard Stokes. Ashe. Grandma Rosa.
Floyd
Ashe.
Bell.
The whole Laughing
Ashe.
the whole Sparrow tribe, the whole Blackman tribe. Ashe.
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 And at this time, we take a moment and just acknowledge and pour libation for our ancestors whose names we may not know. We may not even heard of them, but we are connected to them. They are on the other side pushing for us, guiding us, leading us, and hoping for the best for us. And we just acknowledge them and we say Ashe.
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 Ashe. We pour libation to those great heroes and sheroes that we all share, that fought for liberation, empowerment, freedom of African people on the continent and throughout the diaspora, and those who are indigenous to the Americas as well, who may not have even went through the slave trade. We acknowledge all of our ancestors, and we call some of those heroes and sheroes out by name at this time.
Sojourner Truth.
Nat Turner.
Ashe. Nat Turner. Ashe.
Ashe.
Fannie Lou Hamer. Ashe.
Ashe.
Mother Moore. Ashe.
Ashe.
Ida B. Wells.
Ashe. Khalid Muhammad. Ashe. Dr.
Ashe.
Welsing. Ashe.
Dr. Ben.
Ashe.
Dr. Africa.
Ashe.
Dr. Newton.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Madam C.J. Walker.
Ashe.
Josephine
Gregory.
Ashe.
Rough Mike.
And at this
Ashe.
time, we just acknowledge those ancestors, those great heroes and sheroes who may have gone unknown, that didn't get the notoriety or the fame and recognition they should have. We pour libation for them and we say Ashe.
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 We pour libation back to the source, the divine, the one, the all, known by many names, God, Allah, Odumare, Yahweh, Ptah, Ra, and we say Ashe.
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 Ooh. Powerful. Good morning to the family. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for being here. Can I just follow up with that powerful libation with just saying how the Africans feel? For those who don't know, you reply, the spirit is strong, definitely strong. You can put it in the chat if you want. The spirit is strong, definitely strong. So I say how the Africans feel. And then
spirit is strong, definitely strong.
All
right, you know what I mean? That's how we do it. And so one more time, how the Africans feel. You can do it in the chat. The spirit is strong, definitely strong.
The spirit is strong. I'm too eager. All right, let me wait.
Say it again. Say it again one time.
We say how the Africans feel.
The spirit is strong.
Definitely strong.
All right, cool. That's what's up. Happy Sunday.
What is a strong spirit? You know, when we say the spirit is strong, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, it's with everything that you got, that you look at the world in a positive light. You're looking at yourself in a positive light, and you're ready to embrace whatever comes. You know what I mean? You're ready to embrace it with a great spirit. With a great spirit, you know what I mean. So you know what I mean. A lot of times our light goes out. We get dampened. We get we feel like we can't do it. But you know what I mean. When you're embracing, like, come on, let's go, let's do it, let's get it. Let's make it happen. You know what I mean. And it's just that rally. You know what I mean, of energy and a positivity.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. And rooted in a strong spirit, in line with one of like this month's temple focuses is love. Because when we conceive, this whole idea of having a strong spirit, as Soul Vibers Nation back since 1995, it was about resurrecting the incomparable spirit of our people.
Right. Exactly.
Our spirit never died.
Right.
But we have somewhat, some of us discouraged, detoured, maybe, our true identity and understanding of our power has been a little thrown off. But we know that in essence, the experience that we want to live in the world, we have the right and the power to do it. And we have to constantly raise ourselves up and lift our energy up so that we can meet the vision that we have for being ultimately physically, socially, economically, and spiritually free and sovereign.
That's
so it
right.
takes a strong spirit that is incomparable.
That's right.
And so we got to constantly feed that. And that's what the Maat Temple of Elevation is about. It's about feeding that spirit,
Right.
And it's different things that feed the spirit.
Right.
Compassion, love, encouragement, understanding, even, constructive criticism to help us enlighten one another and develop our character. There's so many things that strengthen the spirit. And that's the purpose of the temple. And this particular month, the theme, beauty, love, and conscious relating. Our intention is to align with those principles, to delve into those principles, which taps into the power of our spirit and helps us to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll go on and continue to MC this thing.
Yeah.
I saw Monica pop in.
She trying to find a safe.
Right.
Keep flowing right now until she comes back.
We got these little ones. We got these little ones around here. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, look, I'll be MC Simbi until MC Monica come back.
No doubt.
MC Momo.
No doubt.
Mo better.
But well, I know. Okay, we also want to talk about some lessons from Mama Maat. Are we ready to do that?
Right.
So let me see. My sister's supposed to be joining in this, but she didn't get here yet. So I'm gonna give her a second to get in.
Okay.
If not, I'll proceed with it. But she just told me to give me
No problem.
Yeah, so she should be joining in shortly. Shortly, she should be joining in. Give her a few more minutes. But yeah, that's good what you said. What you saying about the spirit being strong. You know what I mean? And we gotta have that. We definitely have to have that. And like you said, and that's what we do with the temple. I know so many times. I know so many people that suffering from depression or just things that may happen in life, just basic things like financial problems, financial difficulties, health problems. It could be, mourning, you know what I mean, a loved one and those different things. And, you know what I mean, because all of that stuff happens when you live in life. And, and that's why we know from doing this for so long that, we need a place to fellowship, a place to go, a place to grow, for many of those who not in the church, not in the mosque or not in the synagogue or whatever it may be, that we create another type of space for people to be able to come and to be able to elevate and to be able to get energy, like again, so the spirit could be strong, definitely strong. So, just reiterating everything that you pretty much already said, Brother Simbi, and pushing forward. So, yeah, we glad to be here, and and sorry that we couldn't be in person at the actual temple space today, but we will be there the first Sunday in March from here. You know what I mean? And we'll be there, and we want y'all to come out, and we'll, you know, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a uplifting time when we actually come together. So so yeah, you know, so let's push forward. And you want to go through with the lessons of Mama Maya?
Yeah, we can go through that. Yeah, we can go to that.
Okay.
Or we can do a quick run through of the precepts, you know. But we you know, we could do that first.
Okay, you can do that and give it a few minutes, and not then we'll just proceed.
Okay, well, just so you know, we're gonna take care of this lovely housework with the temple. Firstly, the mission statement, so you understand who we are and what our intentions are: to build and maintain a strong family and community support structure that fosters spiritual elevation, optimal living, healthy relationships, empowerment, and respect among the Black African American community, to inspire, uplift, and energize the spirit of the people to face life with enthusiasm, vigor, and gratitude. And so we have 11 precepts. The precepts are, you know, they're general rules intended to regulate behavior and our thought. So number one is we come in the spirit of Maat, which is love, truth, balance, reciprocity, and lawfulness. We strive to affirmatively fulfill the 42 laws. Number two, we are here to create a safe space for fellowship, healing, spiritual upliftment, and emotional support. Number three, we shall demonstrate high respect, self-respect, and respect of one another is top priority. Number four, we exercise mindful and heart-centered communications. Communication is sacred for building and sustaining harmonious relationships. Number five, we equally value, honor, and respect all children, women, and men, and we prioritize family and community.
Ashe.
Ashe, yeah, we got to put Ashe.
Yeah, I was supposed to say Ashe. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to put Ashe on the previous five.
Ashe, 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 Ashe.
We cherish our beloved ancestors. This is number six. We call their names, petition their guidance and assistance, energize them, and pay homage. For we know, although they are not in the physical, they are still here with us. Number seven, that's Ashe. Number seven,
Ashe.
we promote spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical health, always reaching for our most optimal state of well-being. Ashe. Number eight, we acknowledge the one supreme creator of all, who goes by many names, references, and variations, always respecting and honoring the various spiritual denominations, institutions, sects, and houses established and worshipped by our people throughout time. Ashe.
Ashe.
Number nine, we cherish our elders and value their wisdom. We strive to support and care for them in the best ways we can. Ashe. Number 10, we celebrate and appreciate our existence. We celebrate and appreciate everyone in our families and community. We celebrate and appreciate friendship, brotherhood, sisterhood, childhood, familyhood, and communityhood. The hood is our covering. I don't have a hood with me, but Ashe. Number 11, we know that unity and cooperation is the reality of our existence. We know we need one another. And with our supreme creator and beloved ancestors at the center of everything we do, we can take good care of each other throughout the journey of this life that we share. Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. Ashe.
Yes.
Somebody.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to jump in to say that someone wants to share it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the YouTube link in the chat. And yes, share. We definitely want you to share. Thank you so much for asking. I just wanted to add that in.
Okay. All right. For some reason, she is having a problem getting into the stream. So we're going to go ahead and just we'll proceed through with the wisdom of Mama Maya, being here, you know, next to our altar, actually, where I'm actually broadcasting from right now. Many great lessons from Mama Maya. So I'll tell you this: I never came up I was a class clown. I laugh, I joke in school and all that kind of stuff, and got in trouble for just like talking too much, playing around too much, and stuff like that. But one thing that I never did, that my mother taught me, I never called people like ugly. And you know what I mean? Oh, that person is ugly, or you ugly. You know what I mean? You this or that or other. Unless it was like a real aggressive, you know how you had a real aggressive people that be in class and they just come for you like with just everything they got. You know what I mean? They just like, and then you gotta you say something.
I know.
You know those type of people. But for the most part, I wasn't that type of person. Like, man, he ugly. Man, she ugly. You know. But my mom told me that, because my mom, if she ever caught me doing it, she would be, she would be really mad. Don't you? I better not ever catch you calling nobody ugly, because you ain't all that yourself. She would tell me, I don't know who you think you are, and you know what I mean. And so I never got in hardcore into that light skin and dark skin thing. Of course, coming up, of course, being light skinned, people would always say stuff to me, hey yellow, hey white, hey light skin, and all this other kind of stuff that people would say. But my mother always taught me, what I'm saying, you see that chocolate lady, that's a beautiful queen. That's a very beautiful person, and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Right. And, so I never had no complex about being light skinned or dark skinned people. I always like, wherever somebody was dark skinned, wherever they was light. She always taught me, what I'm saying, never to pick and make fun of people. I did it in another way, but I wouldn't talk about people and their looks, what I'm saying, the way that they look. And I may have been annoying to people and messing with and picking in that kind of way, but I never said, oh, you ugly, look at you, you're such and such, this, that, and the other, because my mom, she did not have that, and she did not play that, and she would lean on me even if I even thought about what you just say, because I know you ain't talking about nobody. You must think you God's gift to the world, but you not. You know what I'm saying? You may look handsome. You may look handsome to me, but you're not handsome to everybody. Believe that. So
moms will keep it real, right?
and I always carried it like that. You know what I mean? So I don't talk about what people, oh, they got, because ultimately we ain't create ourselves. You know what I mean? We come from the creator, you know what I mean? And whatever we have, whatever things that we have, is not like we straight formed ourselves. The creator made us, you know what I mean? We came through our parents and that line of divine and those, genes and whatever, but we did not create ourselves. And, and like I said, so that was a great teaching that she gave me. So you would never find me talking about, what I'm saying, like with the ugly, man, she ugly as I don't know what, and she ain't a good look. I just wasn't raised like that, what I'm saying? And that was one of the things I think that was a great teaching tool of the wisdom of Mama Maat, to never pick and make fun of people. And, so that was one of the great teachings that I got from Mama Maat.
That's a powerful teaching, and that's essential.
Awesome.
I think it's beautiful when parents give their children confidence and praise, but also some humility, and I was on like the opposite, where people called you light skin. Some people, call me Blackie, how, dark I was or am. But luckily at a younger age, I became proud of my dark skin. But I'm going to definitely shout out Big Daddy Kane for that, because when he became popular, it was like dark skin was in. And I started feeling better about my complexion and stuff. But I did used to like look in the mirror and try to imagine how it would look if my skin was lighter.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like it didn't come from home, because my parents always, said I was handsome and everything. I mean, my mom is my complexion, and I got a bunch of people in my family my complexion, so it definitely didn't come from my family. But people, like when you're young, when you're in school, it could be very cruel, very and you can get a lot of complexes from your peers growing up that you're going to have to heal from, and different people take things different. Like when we used to call it busting on people back in the day. When I came to Baltimore, I heard people saying joning or whatever. I don't know what people be saying nowadays, but you develop some strength mentally when you play in the dozens and stuff, because it teaches you some self-defense, how to protect your own psyche. You got to bust back instead of taking all that in. Then you, in defending yourself, you finding stuff to say about somebody else. But
Yeah.
then through all of that, are we damaging? Are we doing damage to our confidence, to one another? So that's a real important lesson,
Wow. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
just wanted to share. Can I share something?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I just want to share that I love the fact that you two gentlemen led off this conversation, because oftentimes when we think of like beauty and physical concepts, we think about women and their challenges. And, it's funny because when you're talking, it's the same thing, but it's flipped. Like for men in the melanated family, the darker man is considered more virile, more manly, more tough, and the lighter hued person is considered soft and all these different things. So there's the positives and then there's the negatives. But as far as women, when we talk about hue, for instance, it's one is sometimes has been considered more beautiful, more like appealing, more comforting to people, even to the point where they're more comfortable. And for me, dealing with beauty, the skin tone, I never really dealt with the skin challenges because I fall somewhere depending upon who I'm standing next to. I might be considered one a little more of darker or a little more lighter. But my mother as well, she didn't play any of that color stuff, as she called it being color struck. But beauty for I have found encompasses so much more than the physical aspect. And I definitely dealt with the bullying and not being considered beautiful because of the body. But that's something that we can talk about on our more feminine focused calls about the body.
Well,
Amon,
you already started, Kendra, but I want to properly introduce you because you're the principal speaker for the day pertaining to the subject of beauty, love, and conscious relating. So everyone, my wonderful wife, our wonderful sister, who definitely is one of the cornerstones which make up the foundation of the Maat Temple of Elevation. We got 4 cornerstones, and you're looking at all 4 right now. But it's my honor, my pleasure, my privilege to be her husband and life partner, and I'm enjoying this journey with her so much. But she's so brilliant. It's not a but and. She's so brilliant, so elegant, and to me, she, as my life partner, embodies my aunt. She's joyful, optimistic, and one of the principles, the chief principles of my aunt is love. You know that you're living a life with my aunt when you're experiencing love, you're giving love, and it's one of the essential definitions of love is giving, not expecting anything in return, because you know that the universe gives to you. You give to one another out of selflessness because that other person, you understand, is you. So you're giving to yourself. So when you give to someone, you don't take a loss. See, that's dealing with the Ma'at type of concept, the Ma'at level of understanding of everything being interconnected, all of us being interconnected as one whole playing a part. And when you give to one part, you're giving to the whole. So, my lovely Kenda, thank you for gracing us. Proceed.
Well, wow. Well, first of all, thank you, my love. I'm just flabbergasted. So, by your love, but this is one of the things about beauty. And when we talk about love and conscious relating, this is something that we have to cultivate daily. It's not just the love of being Black is signified for 28 days. The beauty of community, the beauty of our history is not confined to 28 days. The relationship dynamics of what is beautiful and conscious is not just limited to man and woman. It is the brotherhood, the sisterhood, it's community, it's family. And when we talk about beauty, beauty begins with an experience. Beauty is skin deep, but it's also an experience. And I wanted to use as a topic an incident. Anyone that knows me knows that I love to teach through current events and television shows and film. And I don't know if anyone that's watching has heard of this food critic that's named Keith Lee.
I heard of him.
Okay, so Keith Lee goes and travels to different cities and gives a shout out to different Black restaurants. And he specializes in going to the places, the restaurants, the food trucks, and things like that, where people may not know about. You know, a lot of times there are these wonderful venues and these restaurants that people go to that everyone they know about, but then there's these other gems, these beautiful places that other people don't know. So he takes his tour and he gets online and he talks about it. Now, what I shared in, I think maybe the last call or in my class, I can't remember, is that we are moving, the energy of a generation has changed. We are moving from 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 a Pluto in Capricorn to Pluto in Aquarius. And this energy is all about the people. It's not about status, who is on top, who is the most famous. It's about the influencer. And when we talk about that, it's the person that is the average Jane and the average Joe. And Keith Lee, he represents the beauty of your power to be a tastemaker, a advocate for the collective. And sadly, though, a beautiful experience got a little skewed last week, where a person had a food truck in Texas. And if anyone has heard about Keith Lee or the incident, comment in the chat. But basically, he went to Dallas, Texas, and he went to visit this food truck. Now, it was in the quote unquote hood, and it was a food truck. It was someone that was cutting hair, and there was someone that was braiding hair. He came, he ordered food, and afterwards he blessed them with $4,800. Now, that's a beauty. It isn't that experience is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
That's a beautiful experience that you can have appreciation. Beauty is about appreciation. Beauty is not about good, better, or best. Beauty is appreciation. And that was a beautiful experience. And he showed the beauty of the food, the community, and the people there. And he showed like appreciation by giving them money and promoting them. So the owner of the food truck was charged with divvying out the money. And she was supposed to take $2,000 as a tip for herself. $800 was given to feed anyone else that comes after this guy came. And then she was supposed to give $1,000 to the barber and another $1,000 to the braider. That sounds cool and fair, right? What y'all
Yeah,
think? That's
Yeah.
a beautiful
yeah,
like
that's great.
Yeah.
experience,
That's beautiful.
right? So then time passed, and the owner of the food truck felt that she didn't have to give them anything, um, because she had worked hard. She put her energy into her food truck, and they just came there just to meet Keith Lee anyway. They didn't really help her. They were just there.
Mm.
Now, woo, we can look at it and be, wow, that's very selfish, that's mean, but she sucked the beauty out of that experience because she was not ready to appreciate the beauty of the moment. She was still stuck in the past of the pain and the struggle. She could not see that she was already at her moment.
Mm.
The beauty of the moment was that she made $2,000 that she probably would not have made, i.e., her story. And all she had to do was give 1,000 to each person. And the $800 was to feed people. And there were people that came after he left where she was still charging people.
Wow.
And we could judge her and say, oh, that's selfish, that's mean. How could she do that? She blocked her blessing. True. But the idea of love and conscious relating goes beyond, as I said, interpersonal between man and woman. The idea, she had created a beautiful symmetry of conscious relating where people came together to support and bring attention to her truck. And because she was still stuck on her story
Mm-hmm.
of struggle, of
Scarce.
not struggle, scarcity, not being appreciated, not being seen, seen to the point where she didn't even understand that she was being center stage at that moment. She sucked the beauty out of that experience. And so, unfortunately, she and her son started getting online because we are in a social media area, and they were kumbaya and said, oh, he didn't tell us to do that. He said that we could divvy it out the way that we want to, and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And Keith Lee got online and said, that's not what I said, and we have it on tape.
Wow.
Right. She did not understand Maat. And he said that I distinctively told her the only thing I said was she can pay it out in terms of either Apple Pay, Zelle, or Cash App, or however she want. I distinctly said, because of what, and this is what he said, and I shared a video about it. He shared that what God told him to do. And the whole thing is that these entities of people, the young lady that was braiding hair, who was also a TikToker that had people coming to know about the place. The barber, who she didn't ask to come, but her son asked him to come and set up. So just because you don't necessarily ask someone to do something, okay, they do it. They may do it. So if someone gives you extra, you're taking away the beauty of the experience by still being stuck in your lap,
Mm.
not being seen, and not being valued. She was doing too much. She was just doing too much when she didn't even, all she had to do was be there in her beauty and her power of her food truck. People came there to see her, and the benefit were the other people. And unfortunately, now people don't want to support her because she did not value herself. And I challenge other people to think about how we may take away from the beauty of the moment by doing too much. You're already seen, you're already valued, your beauty of who and what you are already there. You're being given something. And the relating part, she had an opportunity to continue to build. Where have you ever seen a food truck slash barbershop slash braider? You can eat, get your hair done, and get your hair cut. Brother Jabari, I'm just saying, you can take that and run with it. I'm just saying. Or they didn't have to do it ever again. She's not obligated to work with them anymore. So I ask you, what do you think she missed an opportunity in this? I say beauty and conscious relating. What are your takes on it? What I shared?
Well, this is a very powerful lesson in seeing how that what she did was a reflection of her diminished understanding of the beauty of her blessing and her own beauty. You know, this man came and blessed her. Well, like you said, $2,000 that she, probably wasn't going to get that day, or at least 2,000 additional dollars.
Right.
And all she had to do, she received something. She received the 4,800. Well, all she had to do from what she received to give to others. And so what is she telling life? What is she telling the universe? That she don't trust that, although she was blessed with that money from this angel, quote unquote, that come to her and bless her with that jewel, she didn't trust that she would continue to get further blessings. So she had to hoard, although she was instructed. See, this man, if she'd have followed through, he probably would have directed a lot of business to her by being who he is. But now that it got out that she was being stingy and selfish, that may turn people off from even wanting to come to her establishment.
Most definitely.
So by being ugly, because to me that was ugly.
There you go. Lack of appreciation is the shadow side of beauty. Lack of appreciation.
By her being ugly in character, she could have blocked future blessings. She cut herself off from the flow. That's my take on it.
Yeah, most definitely. And the sad part about it is that she wouldn't have lost anything, but we don't know what type of bills she may have had. This is me, I'm always looking at the root and the source of it. And I think that if she would just come out and apologize and say, listen, I have been struggling to keep my business afloat. I had bills that was on my back, and that extra $2,000 may have been able to pay that bill, or whatever her reasoning was to make that choice. And I didn't trust, which is a whole nother theme that we're going to talk about later in the year. And the idea that she could have worked with these people, but because she was doing too much, she messed up the opportunity. Somebody might have even given them like a venue. They might have been like, that's a dope idea. Come to my shop, park your truck outside, sell your food, and let's do this. She could have had a whole new thing going on. Okay,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jabari. I'm sorry.
Oh no. I just wanted to read what some of the people in the chat was actually saying. What did the grantor want? What did the grantor want done with the gift is what she should have done.
That's right.
And then somebody else said, it seems she did not understand my yacht. So I was just reading what some of the people had to say, but definitely agreeing with y'all. With what y'all saying here, definitely. And then somebody goes on. Okay, here's a comment here. You can read there.
Okay, how can I increase my sense of beauty as far as how I feel about myself? Appreciation. You have to begin to appreciate A lot of times beauty, again, we look in the mirror. You can start off. So I have a group for women called the Sacred Joy Garden, and this is something that we are covering this month. Our theme is also beauty. So one of the things that I have instructed them is to look in the mirror more and say, beauty is my name. Now, brothers, I know y'all might not feel like looking in the mirror and saying, beauty is my name, but you can say, yo,
no,
that's
I'd be
what's
like,
up.
mirror,
That's
mirror
what's up.
on the wall. Who is the and it was some slick Rick.
Who is the flyest of them all? Whatever works, whatever works. You have to look at yourself and appreciate your frame, your body.
But you know, it's actually though, it's hard sometimes. Like, I mean, you know, and I work in a barbershop, so you know, we got mirrors everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like mirror here, mirror there. And sometimes you don't like looking in the mirror, you know what I mean? Especially when you know what I'm saying, you've been, you know, eating a certain way, or you picking up weight, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I mean, you know, I'll get into a thing where I look away from the mirror, you know what I'm saying? And I try not to look at the mirror, because I look at it and be like, man, I'm better. I gotta get on point. I'm better than this, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know you gotta look in love, but at the same time, you know what I mean, you gotta look at it too and be like, man, I got work to do. I got work to do. And then, you know what I mean? So constantly, if you're in a barbershop, see, you know what I mean? Y'all might be in places where you don't see a mirror all the time. You know what I mean? But when you constantly got to walk past that mirror, you got to walk past the mirror and look at the mirror all the time. You know what I mean? You're like, come on, man. You know, I ain't even looking at that, man. Dang, I got work to do, you know?
Yeah, nah, that's real.
You know, no, so and sometimes it can, I mean, but, you know, like I said, appreciating yourself, but it's just like, sometimes you're like, man, you know, and you look and you like, man, I know I can be a better picture or version of me looking in this mirror, you know.
No, I got that, but that goes into love and conscious relating. So first of all, you're going to appreciate who you are and the opportunity that you have to improve upon what you already have. Beauty is appreciation. I appreciate that I'm still alive. You know, and I love all of myself, the extra pounds, the less weight. See, a lot of people get very caught up in their physical beauty, but they don't appreciate themselves. Now, let me take this for instance. We can get a lesson from that old dude that got on that loud, crazy outfit. I know there's a person that's coming to your mind. He got the lime green suit, the gator shoes, and you're like, God, he look crazy. Does he know how he look? But he appreciates how he's styling. And as far as he's concerned, I appreciate how I look, and I am consciously relating with myself. The relationships, when we talk about love and conscious relating, it begins with self. So whenever you start feeling these challenges about that, you think about that cool, smooth Mac Daddy that got on that bright lime green suit and them green gators that don't care that anyone is looking at him or judging him, and he is in his zone and in his vibe. And he is appreciating himself. And what happens? We appreciate his energy too. You can't deny, you can't shade somebody that's feeling good about themselves. Can you? Yeah. You can't do that. He's in his own beauty. But go ahead.
Before you say that, UV, you know what I mean? I see the Black Avenger came in. He said, just go to the damn gym. You know what I mean? So, but you know what I mean? He talked trash, but I will publicly challenge the Black Avenger to a weight loss contest in 3 months to see who can lose more weight between me and the Black Avenger. Because, you know, Black Avenger always talking trash. You know what I mean? Let's do this.
Hold up. Does he need to lose weight?
I mean, yeah, he can lose some pounds. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That could
You
be
can't be challenging a skinny
He
dude
already
already.
started doing some stuff. Yeah, he need to lose a couple pounds too. You know what I mean?
that's the men's.
But he at the
men's
gym.
group.
He just started this hardcore gym thing. You know what I mean? So he feeling himself right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, I challenge you 3 months and see who knock off the most.
All right, men.
Hey,
y'all-
sometimes that's what you need, a challenge.
Yeah,
Because
you know.
look, the whole gym thing is funny.
Oh God! All right, I'm about to turn my camera off.
because look, my mind is crazy sometimes. I'd be like, I need to go to the gym, but before I go to the gym, I need to lose some weight first. I can't go to the gym looking all chunky and out of shape.
Like, can't get to the gym with the
I gotta work out before I go to the gym. But I know that's crazy thinking though. But that's I understand and remember that beauty, it don't start with what we see in the mirror. It starts with how we feel inside. And the way we feel inside will emanate to the external, and then we will start looking better to ourselves, regardless of what shape our body is and what weight we in. We gotta feel good. The better we feel about ourselves, the better we're gonna look to ourselves, and the more confidence that we'll have to even do the things that we need to health-wise. Because when I say to myself, I need to lose weight before I go to the gym because I'm embarrassed to go to the gym like that, that's dealing with a lack of confidence. You see, I'm feeling good about myself. I don't want to go to the gym and look in the mirror gym at my pot belly. It's crazy. But that's why I'm glad Planet Fitness has a motto, what they say, no shame or something.
No gym intimidation.
Yeah, something like that.
Judge-free zone is what it's called.
Judge-free. Yeah.
Can I just comment to something that Facebook user said about criticism and self? Now, we have to be very careful when we talk about criticizing ourselves, because usually the inner voice that is the most critical comes from a place of shame and blame. So I would like to rather use the phrase of self-analysis, awareness, because criticism, when you talk about that, you're eating away. It's like you're being contrary. A critic, by, definition, is someone that is considered an expert. They can judge on places of merit or expressing, unfavorable opinions. That's just talk. Analysis is really looking at the facts. Awareness is mind, body, and spirit connection for positive transformation. Just my thoughts.
Yes, I agree. Well, that's good teaching. That's good teaching.
Definitely
same different constructive criticism, all of that. I think we need to start. Those are, to me, the Pluto in Capricorn old dichotomy, where we are basing things on past trauma and others. Awareness of self, awareness that I need to be healthier, period. That's the first level. Awareness. I need to, then, because I need to be healthier, I analyze what I'm eating, how I'm functioning. And then we get into the physical attributes of wanting to lose weight or to sculpt our bodies or to gain weight, to build types of muscle. We have to stop dealing with exterior temporal triggers.
Yeah.
That's just the symptom. But what's the underlying reason why I know I'm not supposed to be eating candy bars Ooh. All right, Spirit. That's for me because I be eating candy bars at night when I know I should not be eating those. Why am I eating that?
And
Instead of just saying, you dummy, you know you shouldn't be eating candy at night. You shouldn't be eating French fries at whatever. But why are you doing it? Okay, I'm gonna stop. I don't know what's going on. Let me mute my thing.
yeah,
I think that was coming from us. Can you still hear it?
yeah.
Is that going?
I think it went away. Yeah, it went away.
No, I can't unmute. Even when you mute, it still doesn't.
Well, yeah,
Monica trying to say something, but because we next to each other, it's not letting her do it.
Yeah, you're probably too close because we can hear you through Jabari's computer a little bit. But that's like, okay, certain things may work for certain people. You know, I like the idea of constructive criticism because it's a criticism that has the intention to build, and that is what it is letting you know. It's like saying, it's like Jabari when Mama I said, you ain't all that, just a humble.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, look, I need to let myself know if I'm just being lazy and not make excuses. But then the analysis is, if I'm being lazy, why am I being lazy? What's going on up here? You know what I'm saying? Then what do I need to do to break out of that laziness and create a new pattern? You know, so you got to have some type of realization, but don't let your self-talk beat you down and make you feel, you know, like I felt embarrassed to go to the gym because I don't have a body yet that I want, which is insane. That's insane. So
What's going on?
and what, you know, and what Kendra posted, I love my chocolate. You know, look at my hubby. You know, when she says things like that, that gives me more confidence. That makes me feel good about myself and reminds me that it's a lot more to me than having, you know, the body type when I was in my 20s type of thing. You know, so that is also conscious relating. When okay, we know, you know, we got to talk each other up sometime. Like, look, I know you want to lose weight. I know you want to be healthier, but you're doing good. You're doing a good job. You're doing this. You're doing that. Don't beat yourself up. Take one step at a time. Don't be so hard on yourself, and just be mindful of your internal self-talk and how that affects you. You know, and so we can love and elevate ourselves to better living. But criticizing yourself too much is really going to neutralize your efforts if you do it too much. You got to find that Maat type of balance.
Appreciation. Right. It goes back to appreciation. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Monica.
I just wanted to say that it all starts with self-love, right? I know sometimes we can look in a mirror and we will tear ourselves apart. And like you were saying, Cindy, how, you know, sometimes you do get intimidated in the gym and feel like, wait, I need to lose a little weight before I go in there and can compete with everybody else. But it starts with self-love and gratitude, because you first have to give thanks for your body, regardless what state is in, that it's still sustaining you and that you're still here. You know, so it starts with that, giving appreciation that, okay, although I know that I have to make some changes, I'm grateful that my body is still carrying me every day.
There you
that
go.
I'm still able to be here in the physical. And then next, you say it comes with the self-love. I love myself so much that I am going to start making those changes. That helps you go at it from a different perspective and from love versus I hate this and I got to change it, or I will be satisfied with myself once this happens. You know, if you go with it from love, I love myself enough to make these changes versus I hate the way I look, and that's going to push me to make the changes. Sometimes that doesn't work because you're tearing yourself down in the process. And with a lot of that negative self-talk, once you do make those changes, you done fed yourself so much negativity that you got to work against those internal thoughts, because you have people who look amazing on the outside that we would deem like, wow, this person is really in shape. But then they still, in their head, they don't look good enough because they kept feeding themselves so much negativity, and it's never going to be good enough. So I just wanted to add that piece, and going at any transformation or change that you feel like you need to do coming from a place of love. I love myself enough to do X, Y, and Z to make these changes. But I give thanks for my body, even though I'm aware that I need to make changes. I give thanks because my body is carrying me through. I can walk, I can
There
get
you
where I
go.
need to go. I woke up, I can do things for myself. So just coming from a different perspective will, I think, help even encourage you more to make those changes versus tearing yourself down.
Indeed,
Somebody said
facts.
love is the Brooklyn way.
That's an excellent healthy perspective to approach this whole thing. It got to start from love. We can't think that once we reach a certain space or a certain goal, then we're gonna start loving ourselves and feeling good about ourselves. Because, like you said, it ain't never gonna be done. You know, I remember when I was young, when I was a youth, I thought I was fat. When I looked at my pictures, I was skinny. I was
That's so crazy.
man. In fact, you can look at some old Reality Speaks film,
That's so
you know,
crazy.
and you know, but I'm talking about like even when I was a teenager and stuff. And but you know, I even put in my book like where I thought like the source of that came from. But it's ideas that we pick up on, and a lot of times it be from our peers who don't know what the heck they talking about. But we're in a
Mm-hmm.
very receptive state because we're young and we're forming, and we take in these ideas about ourselves that other people are projecting on us. And the next thing you know, it's a subconscious program,
Mhm.
you know, that end up playing itself out in my adult years.
Mm.
So these are things, you know, that we have to look at. You know, how conscious are we of how well we're loving ourselves or not? What
Mhm.
does our thought community consist of when it comes to love? What
Well,
are you thinking of? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just want to jump in, and I'm joking, but I'm half serious. I used to have a complex about being skinny, and I still struggle with that. And I think that people need to also understand that everybody has challenges with
Mhm.
appreciating themselves.
That's right.
I used to be the skinniest one, knock knee, Kinder Bender, Slim Jim, Road Runner, just like the whole thing. And that's not, and I haven't even gotten to the stuttering part. I'm just talking about just being skinny. So you talk about your body image, and then you have a stutter, and then you have the audacity to try to push through those things. People are
Mhm.
still you can't talk and you're skinny, so everyone has their story.
Mhm.
Everyone has their story. And
That's right.
so one of the things that we have to stop doing, to me, is is not is not think that other people don't have a story.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
I
But
I have I've met people that I thought were the most beautiful people in the world. Well, not in the world, but you know what I'm saying, like really beautiful people that still thought that they were not that attractive or unlovable or all these different things. So again, because they did not appreciate themselves, and we often put our standard of beauty in the hands of other people. And that
mhm.
critical voice, if you're not, if you don't do awareness of self and analysis, that voice will sound like that snotty nose kid in fifth grade. It will sound like this menacing parent or whomever, and that's not even your authentic voice. But that's a whole nother subject. I'll stop.
I just wanted to add that I think children now may deal with that a little more differently than we had to. because a lot of children are challenged with the whole social media thing, right? So now, we went to school with the, like you said, the snotty nose. It'd be anybody that would tease you for whatever reason, and you look back now, you're like, how did I let that person say anything to me, right? But
Uh-huh.
you have social media, and a lot of people are, and a lot of young girls, and I know this because I have friends with teenage girls and things like that, and it's not just girls, but they're looking at social media as the standard. If you look at Instagram and you're saying nothing but these Instagram models, is even more of a challenge, because now it's like I have to have the perfect body. See, when we were coming up, you had, you could see people with a cute shape and all that, but this whole influx of hair, the makeup, this, everything is completely intact at all times. The body, everything is perfect. And again, we know that beauty is more than the physical. But for a young person who does not understand the concept of beauty, and they're just, children, they're children, they haven't matured enough to understand what beauty really is. And it just is physical. And then I look on social media and I see different women, and then that is causing a lot of issues for our young girls, you know. But with the interesting thing is when you look at some of the women, and I'm not going to say all, but you look at a lot of women who have to overtly put their sexuality and their beauty forefront. Some of them have the lowest self-esteem. Some of them, this is all I can offer, or I have to convince you I'm beautiful, so I have to go above and beyond. But a lot of people don't understand that concept. They're like, oh, this just is beautiful, confident women. Some of them are not that confident. Some of them are really challenged with their self-esteem, and it's like, this is the only way I can get it. I need this attention. So I just wanted to add that part, because social media is definitely playing a role in how women, girls, men as well are, seeing the beauty within themselves. And if you're not a strong-minded individual and know better, you can easily fall into that. And I'm talking about grown women too.
Yes, yes, Lord.
Most definitely. I mean, it's so bad. I was just watching a hearing early this morning. With they had Zuckerberg and some other media platforms. The Senate or the senators was, calling them to task, and there was all these parents there holding pictures up of their children who either committed suicide or something happened to them based on social media, and they put up statistics of how, like, young girls from 13 to 15 years old, how bad that influence, with their beauty complexes based on social media. This thing is an epidemic.
It
Now.
is.
Yeah. Oh,
that's why we're here, doing what we do at the Maat Temple of Elevation. We have to do things to counteract and neutralize that, and then create a different feeling in ourselves.
What I just
each other. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. What I wanted to add is that, yes, excuse me, social media has really done a number on people. But again, we have to look at the astrological energies. If you notice, there are more regular looking people doing content now. They are not, the whole filter look and looking perfect is fading away. That is, again, this energetic shift coming out of Capricorn and going into Aquarius. We are going back to what the society looks like, what it feels like. We are going to start seeing more people that look like us in various forms that are beautiful. The quote unquote stars are falling. It's the rise of the influencers. That's why you see a lot of the quote unquote stars now trying to sell things, to have YouTube channels, to have podcasts, because they know that the energy is shifting where people are really wanting to see themselves now. They're seeing that the famous people, the rich people, are not that rich. They're not that fabulous. They're not even that beautiful. So I say we're going to hold on, and let's keep showing who we actually are to heal, because beauty is coming in all different shapes and sizes. I just wanted to add that. That's my encouragement.
And I want to say too, okay, yeah, I just want to say too that while we're in the midst of the conversation, the Black Avenger did accept my challenge for that 3-month weight loss. We serious though, and now typically I would actually do a weight loss challenge and take it in and take it on and say, hey, other people want to join and stuff like that. I ain't got the time to do that right now. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know what I mean? It take a lot of work. You know what I mean? With hooking something up like that. But I am gonna take him on, and we're gonna publicly do this. We're gonna do our BMI. We're gonna do, you know what I mean? We're gonna make this happen. You know what I mean? And good, I need the motivation. So I'm glad he always running his mouth and saying some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. We argue about this all the time in the shop. You know what I'm saying? But it's on and popping. You know what I mean? So other people can join on, but it ain't gonna be nothing that I'm gonna organize in that manner, because like I said, we have done the challenges in the past and it take a little work, and I ain't got the time to do that right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I appreciate the conversation so far. It's a beautiful conversation.
Yes.
And Dr. Asar, my good brother, we actually the Temple of New African Thought, TNAT, that's where we normally do our services at. And so he's here, he chimed in and he said, blessings, Monica. Absolutely. I see this every day. And it worsens with age because their perception of beauty declines with age. So, he just chimed in.
And they're feeling like they're losing the only thing they had. That's very, that's true.
Yeah. And that again goes back to lack of appreciation of self. And we have been geared as a society to view our bodies, our sensuality, and as a commodity. It has been packaged and monetized, men and women, and men have started capitalizing and monetizing themselves as well. And when you get to a certain age, you realize that certain things are not as lifted as they need to be. And what do you have left? And the cultivation of self is definitely lost. And it's not because they don't have it. But again, I really pray and hope that we start learning about ourselves more and to appreciate. Appreciation is the key. Appreciating yourself, because we have always seen that couple that we think, how did they get him? How did he get her? It's energy, vibration, appreciation. That's all.
The beauty within goes a lot further than the beauty without, because we know, being the age that we are, everything ain't what it used to be, and you can go downhill, be depressed and resentful, and I see what like these Hollywood people be doing, especially the women. Like I get so hurt when I see like beautiful Black women, all of a sudden they face look all distorted because they try to, I guess they trying to be young. I don't know what happens. Like when you get the amount of money, some people would they come after them, like Serena Williams and people like that. It's like
Little Kim is my biggest heartbreak.
Yeah.
Man. That was
beautiful.
That was absolutely down now. And in that sense, while I don't call people ugly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I'll say that she turned herself ugly. You know what I mean? She was a beautiful sister who turned herself ugly. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'll say. Because man, I mean, Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Lack of appreciation.
We were looking at to Michael Jackson the other day and just looking like, man, you know what I mean? Like that brother was a handsome brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, then you look at him down the line, like, come on now, look at you. look at what you did to yourself. They got the brothers now, and I can't think of the name that they say. Anybody listening, tell me exactly what it is. They say when men are getting like knee surgery to make themselves taller. Did y'all hear about that?
I heard. I didn't know it was a thing. I heard you could do that, and some men did it, but it's a thing now.
Yeah.
You do it. But the thing is, when they do it, they can't run for the rest of their life. Like they can't, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't run. Yeah, you can't run for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I forgot what it's
So you get knees that don't work just so you can be taller.
So
but some
taller,
people that's
so
their pain point. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how bad.
I mean,
that's how bad it is mentally and emotionally for people. You know, because if you're going to do something to damage yourself permanently like that, and to the health thing with the women with the fake booties, you know, the health problems. Like I seen some of them, they can't even sit on their butt on the plane coming home. They gotta sit with their chest on the back of the seat because it hurt. They butt hurt so much because some botched operations they get altering their look. And if you're going to make yourself permanently distorted and disfigure your face like that, it's a serious. I was like, I don't even make fun of them. I feel bad for them. Like, what's going on? Why are you doing that?
Somebody said Vivica Fox.
Oh yeah,
her too.
Her new look.
You know, she looking all strange, like you know.
Sister Annette.
Yeah.
And all of these women is like was beautiful already. It's like so you. It's like, and then they would age gracefully. I don't know why Serena Williams wouldn't think that she would age gracefully. Little Kim, she would age gracefully. Vivica Fox would age gracefully.
They get this money, and they get this money too. Some of those people there, and they just feel like they God with the money or something. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
all right,
I don't. No, it's the idea again. Stars are put up high. Stars are worship. People see stars. And they are tied to what people say about them and how they see them. No matter how accomplished they are, they are still subject to society saying if they're too tall, too ugly, too this, too that. And we deal with that on a microcosm way every day. Just imagine being on the world stage and one person says her nose looks huge, and then 20,000 other people agree, and that energy, and it triggers something from when she was 7 where somebody joked her about her nose. Yes, she's 40. She's accomplished. She's a millionaire. She's a billionaire. But that pain, for lack of appreciation, that wound has not been healed. And that can, just trigger that. So we have to, while we judge, we also have to be conscious that we do it ourselves. And we have to be very careful with that. Just my thoughts.
Definitely.
Because I know I would be, I still have issues when I'm doing my little videos with 100 type of views. I'm like, oh Lord, how did my nose look? Oh my God, my makeup look crazy. Oh, do they see the lines in my eyes? And that's just me just doing little regular content. So I just wanted to share that.
That's very important. And so we have to work to stop damaging ourselves as a people by, like for example, as Black men, we, often complain about, Black women with their fake hair and all that makeup and everything's fake. But then a lot of the women respond saying, well, the beauty standards that y'all be celebrating don't look like our natural selves, and it's like I've known, brothers to say, they don't like natural hair. These wasn't conscious brothers, but they still brothers. They don't like natural hair. It's nappy. Get rid of that nappy. She need her hair done. Type of thing. And then rejecting the darker skinned women for the lighter skinned women. And there's no slight on the lighter skinned women. It's all beautiful. But why, why you got to say, oh, you're pretty for a dark woman? Like,
well,
what?
you know why? Because socially, I'm sorry, I just stepped over what your point. My apologies. Sorry.
Right. So we have to, like, we have to really be mindful of what we saying out our mouth.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's why too, what we like to do with the Maat Temple elevation is to elevate people too, because sometimes if you do know people are going through some things, you might want to be a beacon of light to people, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey, how you doing, sister? You look beautiful today, you know what I mean? Or brother, hey man, that's a nice outfit you got. I mean, I'm not saying lie to people, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, in general, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying that, you know what I mean, sometimes, and it's some people, man, who just don't care. And if you might be down and out, you know what I mean, they're just coming, they, god damn, boy, what you been eating? Whales? You know what I mean? It's something, like, you know what I mean? Or might say, you know what I mean? Damn, why you know what I mean? Why your skin looking so crazy, man? What you got? You know what I mean? Using the pool. I mean, just say all the wrong stuff. And all of us know people like that. They just like assholes. You know what I'm saying? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, and really just like not really caring about. I had a aunt that was like that. And I think all of us had aunts like that who don't care. I mean, they just say anything to you when they see you, to the point where you don't even want to see them because you don't even want to be disrespectful back to them. You know what I'm saying? But they'll say anything to you.
Yo,
but why your eyeballs like that?
my aunt,
what you had, sir? Man, you need to do something about that.
That was my grandmother.
When I was at my heaviest, one of my aunts was like, she ain't seen me in a long time. She was like, dang, I ain't know skin can stretch that far.
Oh my Lord, that's oh my God.
I was like, yo,
my God.
I was like, man, I just couldn't say nothing back because that would have been disrespectful, but I had to take it. I was like, damn, it was funny though. It was funny.
I just wanted to add to that what I would like for us to start doing as well, individually, as a community, and as a temple, is we need to start healing our ancestral ideologies about the beauty, because a lot of these ideologies about what is beautiful for us was based on survival. A lot of times the lighter person got jobs, got work. The darker a person, they were deemed a harder worker. People thought that if they intermarried or had children with a certain phenotype, that their children would fare better. And these are the types of things that we have to acknowledge, because some of these self-hatred thoughts were done for the practicality of survival. And we have to acknowledge that, be aware of it to truly heal it, and not just say, oh, that's wrong. We know it's wrong. And they probably did too. But that's in the DNA.
No doubt. No doubt. Great discussion. Great discussion.
Yes.
Discussion. Powerful discussion.
All right.
So where we at now in the program?
Oh, we had the wonderful part of Maat, which is sharing. It's a give and it's receive. So now we've given our offering to you today. And we're asking that you give an offering to us. So we at the donations part of the program. Bar, are you putting the Cash App down on the screen?
Yeah.
No. Now, see, this is a thing. A lot of times with the scarcity mentality and this program guilt of asking for money type of mentality, sometimes we may hesitate to ask our people, for donations so that we can, keep doing what we're doing. And this is one of those times that we really appreciate all of you and you listening to us and spending time with us. And we ask, if you can donate anything to the Cash App below so we can keep coming to you. I mean,
Well,
hey, let's be real. Everything costs money. So if we, want
the
to
thing
do
is,
go ahead.
when we come together, uh, in March, the first Sunday in March, we want to see everybody come out, man. We want y'all to come out and be a part, and we're gonna start, adding different things and to the temple services and all, you know what I mean? So for all the donations and all that we collect, and it's not just, you don't just have to give through donations. You could the YouTube page. Please like to subscribe to the channel. Get other people to subscribe to the channel. Also,
Share it.
get other people to come through. That you help us there when you make the comments on the YouTube channel and all. It helps with our algorithm. You know what I mean? With that to become more popular and also make sure, even if you can't do donations, you know what I'm saying, but anything, you know what I mean, from
Spread the word.
spread the word, because the more, you know what I mean, we do well there, you know what I'm saying, the more that we continue to grow. So, help us there. YouTube channel, subscribe. Everybody here that's now, you know what I mean, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also, I mean, $1. You see the Cash App going there, you know what I mean? $1, $5, $10, or $100. I know it's tax season, but y'all know us. We got a lot of stuff coming your way. Not even just with the temple, where everything that we all have going on. We got Reality Speaks. Y'all know Reality Speaks kicking off. We're gonna be doing some great things. We got the shop talks and different things that we have coming your way. We got different scholars that we're gonna be doing workshops. Sacred Opportunities gonna be doing some things. The Joy Factor and the Joy Garden. I mean, so it's a lot of stuff that we bring in your way, and this is just one aspect, because this is dealing with the spiritual aspect of the movement and everything that we bring it to you. So if you love and appreciate it, you've been here with us with Reality Speaks for years and love the stuff, the things that we've been doing, definitely make sure that you get on the email list. If you're not on our email list, I guess in the comments or whatever, can they put them in the comments, or should I give a number or so? Email.
Or your email address, maybe.
Email address, soulvibersnation@gmail.com. It's actually,
no, yeah,
the temple.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in there in 1 second, guys. So listen, we got so much stuff going on. We are enjoying you guys joining us virtually, but we also we have trips coming up. We have events coming up. You are a part of this movement. This is not about church or mosque or temple. This is about community. This is about edifying your personal temple and taking it out into the world every day. So if you want to know, for some reason it said I can't post it in the chat. So I'm going to give it to you guys in the private chat, and then you can put it in there, the Gmail account. Also, to anyone that is listening and watching, Sacred Opportunities is working with Royal Palms to take people to go to Trinidad and in June, and we are doing a relationship and communications workshop, and we are inviting Lloyd Strayhorn to come. Lloyd Strayhorn will be joining us in Trinidad to not only do a workshop on your astro numerological charting and energy for 2024 as a collective, but he's also going to be doing private consultations. So this will be your opportunity to take a trip to a beautiful place that's not too far, but just far enough to reset, get some valuable insight, have cultural immersion with the people. This is not a tourist trip. This is a cultural immersive experience, and you're going to get some spiritual food from Baba Lloyd Strayhorn and myself and Simbi. So if you're interested in that, make sure you connect with us as well. I just wanted to share that.
Definite. So we appreciate you, family, and I hope that you're ready. Like I said, it'd be 29 years with the Survivors Nation this year, and I mean, and many different aspects that we have that's going on. So I'm just saying, just be ready, like I said, because we coming to you now through the social media platform. We still doing the events. We still gonna be doing the live lectures and those different things. You know what I mean? So we still gonna be getting this information out, and it's all about information for inspiration for the purpose of elevation.
What's the
Still,
four M's? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, can I do a card, an oracle card to close out?
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
we close. We closing now. Hold
No,
on.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying whenever you're closing out, I
Oh,
wanted
I think.
to I just wanted to share that. I'm not saying you got to close out right this minute.
Who's the
Oh, okay.
Facebook user? Do we know? You know who that is?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know who the
somebody.
Facebook user is?
No, I mean I don't know. It's a
I
couple
can't
people
see.
that name is not registering for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. I think it depends on where they're coming from or what platform they possibly coming from. So I don't know why. But I know Kamal. When you go to the regular Facebook, you can see some of the people commenting on the page. So
Okay.
I don't know. I gotta figure that out. Why some people name don't show up. Yeah. But some people talking about Savior's Day is coming up February 25th, and I think Minister Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is speaking on that day. Um, so, and I think he's 90. I think he's 90 now.
Mhm.
So you're talking about what I mean,
Man,
a long, a long and mighty
Yeah,
road.
there's eras that again, astrologically we are moving into a new age, and us in our 40s and our 50s, we're the elders now. But we don't have to be the same type of elders that have come you know before us. This is an opportunity as we move into the age of Aquarius, is to be the elders that we needed for our children and grandchildren coming up. I'm so excited. Okay.
All right. So I guess we get to wind down.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Yep.
Kendall, we waiting on you. You ready?
Oh, okay. All right. So, I have been shuffling my cards. I use a variety of tools, but one of my favorite decks is the 72 Names of God. They rarely fail me, if at all. And so the card that I pulled, you probably can't really see it that good. It is revealing the concealed. And again, this is from the 72 Names of God Oracle deck. And it is based on the Kabbalah system. The sacred Hebrew words are Kaf Yud Mem. Kaf Yud Mem. Kaf Yud Men. And the message for this week is I gather the ability to bring forth the powers of observation to see the truth
Mm.
and the courage to handle it. And this is again goes right into our theme that we're kicking off this month of beauty, love, and conscious relating. And that means appreciation. The truth doesn't always have to be quote unquote bad. The truth can be freeing. The truth you can appreciate knowing. And how are you going to handle it? It it may appear on the surface, quote unquote, ugly, uncomfortable, but the beauty is you can appreciate the knowledge of something that you may not have known. and again, it can be something great. Have a blessed week.
Okay. So we normally will close out with some music, but
Y'all ain't gonna line up no music.
let's close out with some. You want to do some? Well, I know Jabari like the Harambe's in person. I guess we can just close out with prayer since we're not live and physical.
Yes.
Yeah. Close out prayer.
All right. Well, we give thanks to all who are present today, listening to us, watching us, and those who will ultimately see this and hear this later. We pray for all of you to have a blessed week and month, and observe and recognize the favor that you have in the Most High's eyes, and that you're blessed. Your ancestors are blessed with great health, great wealth, great love, and knowledge of self. Ashe.
Ashe.
Hey,
Amen.
Ashe family. So we will see you here next week with Temple
Next week
Talks.
at Temple Talk.
We weekly at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. And we continue to build, and we will build, to that first Sunday in March, where we're gonna have everybody come out and we're gonna fellowship together on that day. You know what I mean? Until then, y'all enjoy many of the different things that we'll be adding in. For the upliftment of our people. We love y'all. Y'all have a happy Sunday, and peace.
Peace.